Last time on Umineko When They Cry, there was the wedding ceremony between Badler and Erika. Although, if anything, doesn't really feel like a wedding ceremony. It's more like Badler in exchange of you know, the territory Lord Ring or the game master of of the such. He gets the Iron Diamond Ring, except it locks him into a his soul gets locked into eternity in exchange. So, you know, if unless someone had uh, so he'll be trapped inside within his own soul, or eternally trapped, that is, quote unquote. Uh, unless someone has to assist for him or rescue him, that is. And there was the duel between Shannon and Cannon, which involves dual pistols, in which the end result ended up uh, Cannon losing. It's not Shannon this time. So it was a 50-50. Because surprisingly, Shannon dodged a bullet, even though because the rule doesn't say that you're not allowed to dodge. So anyway, let's continue. Trying to get a look at the wound, Goda wiped Cannon's forehead with a handkerchief. However, his forehead was perfectly smooth, without any trace of a wound. How can this be? So that means no one shot Cannon in the head. And yet, blood was pouring out, almost as though it was seeping through his skin.
何やってやがんだ。しっかり止血しろい。それが傷がないのに血が止まらない。
カノがしっかり。カノ君。よしやくん。
Damn. Genji's just sitting here with no words to describe this saddening moment. Cannon's forehead was pale, and though his eyes were open, they had lost the light of the living. Just like a puppet whose strings had been cut, he had passed away.
Sayonara, Kanon-kun. そして、ありがとう。
Jessica dashed up to Cannon's corpse, held it, pressed her forehead against his, and as the still, hot blood was smeared over her forehead as well, she sobbed.
ジョージさん、私が勝ちました。これで私にはあなたを愛する資格がやっと。
Shannon leaned against George's chest, as though the strings holding her up had been cut. George held her in silence.
ヨシア君、ヨシア君。
Oh, God. There was nothing in the golden rose garden except the wind that carried golden flower petals and the sound of Jessica's grieving sobs. But what happens next? That means Jessica gets killed off, right?
僕たちへの試練はもう十分かい？十分さ。おめでとう。残ったのは君たちだ。
君たちを祝福するわ。でも忘れないで。愛を育むのがこれからのあなたたちの務め。
この奇跡が生み出した恋の種をどうかしっかり育ててほしい。もちろんさ。彼女と君たちにかけて誓う。
それでは魔法の奇跡をシャノンに。
今こそ君の魂を人間に一人分に満たそう。集え満たぬ魂よ。一なる魂となりて愛を知りたまえ。
When Zephyr and Furfur faced the heavens and yelled, the miracle of love gathered the souls around Shannon. They came from the losers of the trial, from Canon, who had been defeated, and from Beato, who had dropped out. Slowly, the bodies of the two began to break down into flecks of gold dust.
これはどういうことだ。負けたら消えるとは聞いていないぞ。
As she yelled, Beato the Elder supported the body of her fading little sister. However, the two demons were smiling quietly.
カノンは死んだから消える。そしてベアトはバトラーを愛するために生まれたから、その資格を失って消える。
これはとても公平。あなたが生き残ったなら他の二人が消え去ったのだから。
我が妹よ、しっかりせよ。バトラの密室を解き救うのではなかったのか。こんなところで果ててどうする。それでも一なるわらわの片割れか。
私ってどうしてバトラさんを好きになるなんて目的のために生まれたんですか。
It's a good question.
どうして私はバトラさんを好きなの。好きになる理由を実は知らないんです。
はあ？こんな時に何を。
だって私生まれた時にバトラさんを愛しなさい、愛されなさいって、それが目的で生み出されて、だからどうしてバトラさんを私は好きなのかよく知らなくて。
人を好きになるのに理由などいらぬわ。消えるな。そなたが消えたら誰がバトラを救う。我が妹よ、ベアトリーチェ。
Oh, come on.
私ってどうしてバトラさんのことを好きなんですか？お母様。
Mother.
ああ、俺ってさ、家庭的なことか案外苦手なんだよな。この通りガサツな性格だろ。レディーファーストとか、女の子の前では礼儀正しくとか、そういうのはさっぱり苦手なんだよな。だから強いて好みはって言われると、
Valor's not a big fan of the family-oriented type of girls.
そうだな。ジェシカみたいなタイプの女なら結構好きかもな。俺がガサツなように向こうもガサツがちょうどいいんだ。お互いよ、汚ねえ言葉遣いで気疲れなく、男女とか気にしないでバカがやれるラフな関係が理想かもな。だからもしも俺に彼女ができるとしたら、いつも俺がジェシカとバカやってるみたいにはちゃめちゃな関係がいいよな。あ、容姿の好み？別にそんなのは気にしねえけどよ。まあ洋画とかに出てくる金髪ボイン、青目のグラマラスな彼女だったら最高だぜ。ちいちもませろーいってな。
You know, is this actually the flashback from for the young battler? You know, that really wraps my question here. I wonder if this is so according to episode 4 where Beatrice asked the battler do you remember the sin from 6 years ago? I wonder if this is the flashback of battler who was 12 years old, because 6 years ago means like, so is this the sin that is showing that, is this the sin that is describing to me right now for him? And if that's really the case, then I tend to question, you know, how liking, if Battler's preference of a woman with blonde hair and blue eyes with honkers is like a part of the description to it, you know. But I guess that can be the flashback for this one. So Beatrice, listen. I am giving you my love for Ushiromiya Battler. Become the kind of woman that Battler wants. Oh my god, so look, if Chick Beato purpose of love for Battler is there, you question as to why, then Battler wants a woman that resembles you, you know? Take the golden hair he likes. Take the blue eyes he likes. Take this personality that matches his, and then you must love him in my place. And then, if possible, you must be loved by him. I can no longer love him. Please take my feelings that went unfulfilled, my feelings that I couldn't hold back, and make my wish come true. From this day forward, you are no longer the Rokenjima ghost that lives only to play pranks. From this day forward, you will become the master of this island and wait for the day that he comes to fulfill his promise. From this day forward, you will do this in my place. So from this day forward, you will no longer be me. Please forgive me for pushing all of my worries onto you, while I alone try to find happiness. From this day forward, you have the right to hate everything. From this day forward, you are the Golden Witch, Beatrice. And one day, you will destroy everything, revive everything. You will bring blessings to all lovers. When that happens, I pray that you and I will both succeed in finding happiness. From this day forward, you will no longer be me. From this day forward, I will no longer be you. The two of us will split apart a single soul and share it. And though, of course, neither of us will possess a complete soul, I'm sure our dreams will be more numerous than those of humans. Let us be blessed, my dear Beatrice. No one will be able to see your form. However, I alone can see you. And if you are loved by many people, I'm sure that everyone will be able to see you someday. With love, they will be able to see us. You know what they say, without love, the truth cannot be seen, yada yada.
What? 私たちは夢を見ているのか。ふざけろ。こりゃ何の冗談だよ。なんだ、南條先生を。南條先生を呼んできます。ゴーだ。もういい。
Genji, who had been calm and silent through the whole thing, finally spoke, and his were the most reasonable words spoken. If they called the Nanjo here, then what? Not only was there no arm to take the pulse of, there wasn't even a forehead to feel the heat of, Like leftover snow on a spring day, Cannon's form had been, by now, like leftover snow on a spring day, Cannon's form had been. By now, not even a trace remained. His form had sparkled with a spray of gold, vanishing completely.
どこ行っちゃったの？ヨシア君どこ？ヨシア君！ヨシア君！
さよなら、お嬢様。ジェシカ。
カノンさん。
僕たちはもう誰の目にも触れられない。それはつまり彼らの世界ではいないのと同じことだけれども、でもこうして 僕たちはここにいる。
そうですね。私たちはここにいる。
僕たちには体なんて肉でできた檻でしかないのだから、悲しむ必要なんてない。
でも気の毒ですね、ジェシカさん。
だからこれが僕の罪なのさ。だから僕たち家具は恋をしてはいけなかったんだ。
Did it confirm in characters? No? Alright, this one I didn't see. Blaze been used to cut her head clean off. Most perfect kind of corpse, rendering mistaken autopsy impossible while also being completely identifiable. That includes Eva, Kiri, Rosa, and Maria. Ain't that something?
あなたはこれから？
姿を失っても、そして話しかけることができなくても、もしもジェシカが僕に語りかけてくれた時、その背中でそっとうなずくくらいのことしかできないけれど、だからそばにいることにする。
良いことだと思います。
君はどうする？
バトラさんを密室から助けたいです。
密室
Closed room. Yeah, it does seem like a joke. After looking a bit taken aback, Canon laughed gently. Beato, who hadn't expected to be laughed at, looked a little sour.
どうして笑うんですか？私には大切なことなんです。
だって密室なんて体のある人間たちの問題じゃないか。僕らはすでに肉の檻から解放された存在だよ。密室なんか僕たちの妨げになるものか。
そんなのいいんですか？だってチェーンロックとかガムテープの封印とか赤き真実とか。
そうか、君は駒の世界じゃなくてそれより上の世界の存在だったね。
But a higher level world.
だから僕たちとは違う制約があるらしい。やれやれ。
Okay, and Canon stretched. It looked as though he was about to head out somewhere.
カノンさん。
敗者同士の仲さ。いいよ、僕が行ってきてあげるよ。僕がお屋敷の客室へ行ってバトラ様を外に出し、入れ替わりでチェーンをかけて代わりにクローゼットに隠れる。それでいいかい？
気持ちは嬉しいです。でもカノンさんはいとこ部屋から出たくてもエリカさんの封印のせいで。
Unlike the next room over, the cousin room containing Canon was a guaranteed complete closed room, even counting the windows. not only did he have no way to save Badler, he couldn't even escape himself.
なら君の魔法で僕に力を与えて。
私の魔法で？
僕に魔法をかけて。
そんな。
Well, now I'm curious.
私魔法の使い方なんて。
What do you mean you don't know? Look, even if you don't know how, when it comes to magic, you just gotta believe in yourself, damn it. Well, what does it matter, you know?
君は黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェじゃないのかい？
私は魔女ですけれど、その魔法どころか密室トリックもわからないただの。
やれやれ。いいかいベアトリーチェ。一度しか教えないよ。魔女ってのはね。
魔女ってのは？
魔女ってのは
Just a new track? The Sin. I don't know, anytime there's like a track like that, it's like it always feels new to me.
謎を解かされる側じゃない。
謎を解かされる側じゃない。
ああ、そうさ。どうして魔女が誰かの謎で頭を抱えてるんだい？
That's a good question.
頭を抱えるのは魔女の仕事じゃないだろ
う。じゃあ魔女の仕事は？
What is the witch's job?
僕の知ってる黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェというのはとびっきりの魔法で誰にもわからない難問を生み出して煙に巻いて嘲笑ってるやつを言うんだ。誰にもわからない最悪の謎を作って徹底的に煙に巻いてこき下ろしてやれ。相手に出された謎で頭を抱えるのはね、君じゃない。君の相手の仕事さ。
The Golden Witch would use insane magic to create puzzles that no one could ever understand. You can't clutch your head worrying about the opponent's puzzles, because that's the opponent's job. That's good to know.
悩むのは私の相手の仕事。
後ろ宮バトラーをどうやって密室から出すかを悩むんじゃない。チェーンロックの密室。バカバカしいね。なら君はそんなのよりもっともっととびっきりの最高の密室を作ってやってあいつらを悩ませてやろうじゃないか。僕も手を貸すよ。
悩むのは私じゃなくて
あいつらの方さ。地獄の悪魔をひれ伏して絶句する。最悪の密室トリックを無限に使いこなす。 無限の魔女ベアトリーチェの本当の恐ろしさを。そろそろ連中も思い出してもいい頃だ。
バトラさんの密室より最悪の密室。
僕らはもうそれを手に入れてるじゃないか。
最悪の密室。
Has she figured it out? In the back of Beato's mind, images she remembered began to flit by, one after another: the mansion, the guest house, the rose garden. Trick, mistake, lure, taunt, trap, laugh together. Do you know about this trick? I think I've seen something like it in a book before. Beato's eyes opened wider and wider. Countless lights circled around her, swallowing her up.
あともう一個。
なんです？
それ密室の魔女の喋り方にはふさわしくないな。
やっぱり私は
わらわでなくっちゃ。
Go for I instead. Ah. Is this the way of the advice of wording? Red and blue troop. Oh, so that was a fast one. So it seems like we are reaching at a conclusion here. The marriage ceremony ended without any problems, and the reception was held inside the cathedral. So it seems like Canon is telling, Beatrice, remember what you are really good at, and so on and so forth. So, who knows, how she can come out of this. Because the thing is, like, Chick Beato, whatchamacallit, I wouldn't say she disappeared, Well, she disappeared enough to where, like, she couldn't participate anymore due to losing Valor. However, I wonder if her quote-unquote amnesia would be restored enough to where it counts as a revival, quote-unquote. But we'll see. Let's but yeah, we're 34 minutes in. I'm not gonna end it from there, so let's continue. The marriage ceremony ended without any problems, and the reception was held inside the cathedral. As the goat demons partied raucously, Valinor could be seen leaning against a pillar, trying to escape from the noise. Then, Gertrude appeared and whispered some kind of report to her.
それは本当ですか？
近景。現在コーネリア補佐官が現場保全に向かいたるものなりや。エリカ卿にも中心すべきかと存じ上げ奉る。
わかりました。ご中心申し上げます。ガートルードは式典警備長に連絡です。準戦闘配備。
御意。
Oh? Who's going to be the
ご
intruder?
歓談中、失礼いたします。本式典警備長であります。
え？私？なーに？なんか用？ だからはしゃぎすぎだって言ったのに。さすがにシャンパンタワーでボーリングはやりすぎだわ。少し油を絞られてきなさい。
Champagne Tower bowling? I didn't even know that's a mini game.
ベルン、こらもう何よ、私なんかした？
受付に差出人不明のラムダデルタ卿宛てと記された封筒が届けられました。
私、非通知と差出人不明は全部ポイしちゃう主義なの。そんなの捨てちゃって。
それがこれなのですが。
何それ？これ届いたことは誰かに言った？
いえ、受付の姉妹兵2名と私のみです。すでに観光令を与えました。
The instant she saw that envelope, Lambda Delta snatched it away and lowered her voice. Berncastle had walked away and was apparently making fun of Erika. Bern and, of course, Erika were both drunk. If they were left alone, they'd probably forget about this. It's true that this envelope has no sender written on it. However, the seal done on it in gold leaf fulfills the same purpose. The seal is... Lambda Delta hid behind a pillar, ripped the envelope open, took out its contents, and read them. Her eyes instantly started to glint, and she smiled like a kid who's just thought of a nasty trick.
いかがしますか？狙撃班は赤色弾頭を携行しています。ご許可をいただければ装填命令を出します。
何言ってんのよ。今日はどんだけ豪華な来賓が来てると思ってんの？万一参列者に流れ弾が当たったら、シエスタこの得体の新しい妹たちは向こう10年は工場から弾頭台に直行しなきゃなんないくらいの責任になるわよ。
Huh. Now I can't even tell whether Lambda is bluffing or not. Or maybe, you know, she know who the guest is. And that, you know, whatchamacallit. She wants to, you know, want the real party to start, you know.
了解。通常弾頭で対応するであります。煉獄の7姉妹に監視をつけますか？
いるわけないでしょ。だって7組はバトラの、そして今やエリカの家具じゃない。どうして味方に監視をつけちゃうの？とにかく警備を、まあそこそこにちゃちゃっと厳重にしなさい。
先ほどガートルード上席補佐官より準戦闘配備勧告を受けました。理由は不明であります。
ガートルードがじゃあ勧告に従っちゃいなさい。パーティーは賑やかな方がいいってことでしょ。
了解であります。WO よりシエスタ17、シエスタ38、シエスタ45、コード R、警戒発令。レベル2で待機を伝達。
17コピー、38コピー、
45了解。そこでコピーといえばかっこいいのにね。
She didn't say copy. That's funny.
焦っちゃってつい。
Well, it doesn't sound like you were nervous. Sounds like you're pretty bubbly brained, if you ask me.
そうそう45。ちょっとこっち来て。なんです？ちょっと任務中です。ダメ、耳をいじんないで。
Oh my god.
耳。おっとくに。
And this is what happens when goofy shit like this tones down the seriousness beforehand.
なんですって？冗談でしょ？ありえない。
現在コーネリアを向かわせています。ベアトリーチェがここを襲撃する可能性が極めて大です。披露宴も中断されて退避されることを進言いたします。
Now the question is, where exactly is she gonna attack? Because it's obvious she's not gonna come through the entrance, so.
どうしたの、エリカ？何か余興に手違いでも？いいえ、我が主。どうぞ引き続き披露宴をお楽しみください。
Erika's like, no, Burncast, there's nothing bad happening. Just, why don't you go on and drink some more alcohol, you know?
誰かベルンカステル卿に梅干しワインのおかわりを。
Erika didn't have time to hide her agitation. When Burncastle saw this, she knew that their final late guest had finally arrived.
ルシネ、ゲストハウスで動きがあったそうよ。
ゲストハウス？ゲーム版のことなんか今はくだらない話だわ。
それが密室のいとこ部屋からカノン君が失踪したって。
はあ？
She's like, huh?
あんた分かってんの？いとこ部屋は扉も窓も完璧に封印されてる完全密室じゃない。失踪なんて不可能だわ。
Yeah, I wonder how Canon was able to escape. Gee, I wonder.
私も裏を取ってきた。間違いない。カノンはいとこ部屋より姿を消している。いとこ部屋のどこかに隠れてるとか、あるいは最初からうまくごまかしてもともと部屋に入ってなかったとか。不可能だわ。いとこ部屋にはエリカ卿が読み上げた特定個人数名以外の全員が入ってることが保証されてるのよ。ごまかして逃れることは不可能だわ。どうやってユングフラウの封印結界を？いや、それよりカノンは一体どこへ？至急探しなさい。
At that moment, the cathedral suddenly went black. The surprised commotion of the guests filled the cathedral.
来たわね。
WO よりオールシエスタ。コード R 警戒。シエスタ17電源系統回復はネガティブ。管理室スタッフとの通信が途絶中。オールシエスタコードレッド。ロックンロール。コピー。コピー。
了解。あ、じゃなくて。
Oh, I see that quite a lot in those cathedral-like parties and wedding parties, When it comes to huge parties, turn out the lights before infiltrating the fortress. The sniper teams in the chandeliers all released their safeties at once. The entire security team down in the hall loaded their ammunition.
エリカ卿、控室へ退避を。ここは危険です。
何が危険なんです？この世界の領主は私です。その私が何に怯えて逃げろと言うんです？
ガートルード、要人警護結界準備。コーネリアを至急呼び戻すのです。
近景対応中なり。
結界？あんたらの無様でみっともない結界で婚礼衣装の私を包もうってんですか？
Wow, she's mad. She's like, "Are you really trying to put up a shield while I'm wearing a wedding dress here?"
なんたら侮辱！
Okay, I'm trying to wear something ceremonial for once. This disturbance made even Badler groan as he sat in the next seat over like a doll. Even with his soul sealed, Badler probably realized that something strange was going on.
遅かったじゃない。ねえ、ラムダ。
そうね。待ちくたびれちゃったわね。
さっきのあれ、何？誰からのラブレター？
ファンレターよ。
Fan letter.
ラムダちゃんファンクラブの。
Lambda Delta played dumb and munched some popcorn. Then the lights finally turned on. It was clear that during that blackout, Beatrice had snuck in somewhere nearby, possibly even inside the cathedral itself. The whispering demon attendants all realized it as well. Whose scheme was this, and what were they doing? Though it may have been imprudent, they were looking forward to this, and an incited chatter filled the cathedral.
来たみたいね。カープ。あなた、もう戻ってきていいんですか？
Yeah, how are you able to sneak back in?
私にほら牢屋って意味ないし。
Oh, because you did one of your fucking bullshit, huh?
確かに。
I'm surprised that, you would think they would put a fucking barrier on the floor to prevent her from escaping, huh?
でもリーチェ、バトラの密室も糸く部屋も、そして唯一可能性のあった隣部屋も全て封じられてしまった。どうやってバトラを救い出す気なの？
お嬢様が何かのトリック X を用意できたと仮定しましょう。となればそれをエリカ卿に突きつけるべく乗り込んでくるは必至。
しかしこの大勢のシエスタ兵たちが相手では、まさかこんなに隠れていたなんて。無理だわ、縫い殺されてしまう。
Rabbit ears dashed all about the hall. Incredible that she could remain hidden and unnoticed with so many people around.
エリカに一度だけ肉薄するチャンスがあれば、五分の勝負までは持ち込めるわ。
なるほど、その手ですか。 しかしそのアイテムをお嬢様がお持ちだといいのですが、いつも面倒くさがっていくらご用意しても嫌われていましたからな。
I don't even remember what the item was for her.
やれやれ、最後まで世話の焼けるお嬢様だ。
Amid the crowd, Ronove took something out and showed it. When Virgilia saw, she understood what that, quote-unquote, in his hand meant. True was that it should be possible to stop the attacks from the Chiester troops.
まあエリカに聞かなきゃそれまでだけどね。問題はたった一度でもいいからエリカの真正面まで行けるかだ。シエスタたちはそれを断固阻止するはずよ。
Yeah, how is Beatrice? Gee, I wonder how she's able to go through all the security.
リーアならその時間をプレゼントできそうね。
Virgilia gave a small nod. However, the problem was the two Chiester troops standing at her back. Since the time she tried to jump out in front of the procession, she had been marked constantly. It was possible with Virgilia's vast magical power to momentarily take out all of the Chiester troops in the Cathedral. That would only gain a short bit of time, but it would be enough to confront Erika. The Chiester troops knew this, so they kept a close eye on Virgilia with tense faces. At that moment, the great cathedral door was blasted to bits. The fragments became bright gold butterflies, which danced across the room in a beautiful blizzard of gold leaf. That golden storm slowly faded away. Then, at the entrance to that red carpeted path to the grave, a calm, majestic figure was...
警護隊射殺せよ。ネガティブ身元照合中。
Dalinor ordered the guards to shoot the intruder right away, but Chiester Double O didn't respond. Was it because she had been warned about shooting the guests and was afraid of the consequences of possibly shooting a drunk guest pulling some sort of prank? No, Double O was just coolly and calmly carrying out her duties.
おや、これはこれは。てっきりご欠席かと思っていましたよ。
Oh, look at that. Another thumbnail in mine. No words. is this what the, oh no. Is this what they brought back? The soulless-eyed Beatrice? Oh no. Whatever shall we do? It seems like they blasted down the door, but it looks like, her face didn't change. The pair faced each other from either end of the long red carpet. However, in between them stood several dozen Chiester honor guards.
最高の来賓であるあなたがお越しにならないので、ご心配申し上げておりましたとも。でもせめて披露宴には間に合ってよかった。
Oh, I had to, no. Don't mind me. I had to, I had to take the bus. Beforehand. Wait, what? Nah. This has gotta be a joke. Beato laughed. That chuckle made Badler's eyes quiver slightly.
待たせたな、フルドエリカ。
Nah.
祝福に来たぜ。
How did we get Beatrice? How do we get the real deal? It's like we're dreaming. It's like I had to pinch my own fucking face to realize and just realize how can it happen at a time like this. She had an overpowering and evil presence about her, strong enough to make anyone shiver. Was there really any need to confirm her identity now? Who else could process such an overwhelming presence?
Beatrice!
地獄で会おうぜは、わらわの好む別れの挨拶言葉であるが。
However,
身元確認。大ベアトリーゼ教と確認。
まさにここがそうだぜ。フルドエリカ！
at that moment, the two Chiester troops standing behind Vergilia slumped over and fell to the floor. Ronove had touched the bases of their big ears from behind. It was clear that he had applied some sort of magic.
どなたかお医者様を。お嬢さん方が貧血のようだ。
What the fuck? Yeah, it seems like these guards caught COVID.
オールシエスタ、オープンファイヤー！ベアト、今です！
Just an instant before the Chiester troops could fire, Vergilia raised her arms to the heavens. Her magical power, which was more than enough to remind all present what her name had meant at the height of her strength, became a spirit wave that exploded throughout the cathedral. Its shockwave made the stained glass windows shatter, and colorful glass shards pour down everywhere.
冷戦防御、復旧急げ！
However, all of the Chiester honor guards, who didn't have spirit particle defenses, toppled over like dolls. The ceiling snipers were defended and able to avoid a crash, but it would take several minutes before the system could be rebooted. That span of time should be enough to reach Erika. Yeah, but you also got fucking Dalinor. However, it wouldn't be possible to defeat Erika in just a few minutes. There was no way they'd be able to carry Battler away that time. What else could they use this precious time for? Beato dashed down the red carpeted path. She ran down the path to the grave, which was lined by Chiester troops, lying there like corpses. She had called this place Hell. In that case, running from hell to the grave was actually going backwards. Beato's figure dashing through the corpse-ridden path truly symbolized her resurrection.
お嬢様、これを。
もらうぞ。
As she dashed, she snatched something white from Ronove's stretched hand. There was no longer anyone blocking her path to Erika. However, at that instant, a golden thread came from in front of her and rapidly sewed through the red carpet, towards her like a sewing machine.
Oh, 邪魔者がいたか。
再装填完了。データ要求に。射撃用レーダー補足。410へデータリンク。
410 was clever. She had predicted that Virgilia would go for a spirit particle attack and had folded her ears and 4 5s over beforehand. So, they were the only ones who weren't taken out. Once again, the golden sewing thread chased after Beato, weaving like a sewing machine. It was as though an undulating golden snake was shooting after her.
こしゃくな。エリカとの一騎打ちの貴重な時間を邪魔しよって。
Beato jumped sideways away from the red carpet, then dashed across the long table covered with beautiful food. The gold snake chased her, sewing through the pure white tablecloth like a sewing machine, and scattering dishes left and right. The goat attendants ran about wildly, trying to escape. The cathedral was wrapped in pandemonium.
霊視攻撃を避けていたウサギがいたなんて。
まずい。あんなところに陣取られてはどうにもなりません。
The pair of snipers attacking from the chandelier high above were much further away than Erika was, too far for Beato to reach. Furthermore, their position landed the entire cathedral inside their range of fire.
お気の毒にベアトリーチェ様、恋の試練は過酷に。45追加弾
これ
Gap handed her the magazine. Oh no. She's gonna plant a bomb. Oh shit. 4-5 always handed them over backwards, so 410 was a bit confused to have one handed to her the right way up. What? Huh? Oh, you think you're so moe with that shit, huh? No matter how distant a position they might take, it was no problem for the elusive Gap. Gap twisted their long ears up, then tickled them with her thumbs. The Chiester's greatest weapon was also their greatest weakness. The two doubled over with laughter.
この2匹は抑えたけど、あと何秒？他のシエスタが再起動する。
On the other chandeliers, even more powerful Chiesters were slowly starting to move again. It would be impossible to buy any more time.
ガープか。ありがたい。オンに切る。リーアたちも褒めてあげて。ベアト、頑張りなさい。しっかり。
もう時間がありませんぞ。
エリカ
Beato cut through the crowd of scampering goats like Moses. Her goal was straight in front of her, the place where Erika and Badler were seated. Then, a red barrier took form, blocking her path. It was the VIP guarding barrier that Gertrude had set up. She stepped forward and laid out a last line of defense to block Beato's path.
金系これ以上の接近を許さないものと知りたまる。そんな壁でわらわを止められると思うか。
シエスタ再起動まであと何秒です？30秒ないです。
It's one hell of a time limit. As the oldest of the 7 sisters of Purgatory, Lucifer stood in waiting behind the bride and groom. She wanted to save Beato. If she could just distract Gertrude for a moment, the wall would disappear. However, the 7 sisters were furniture. They served the territory lord, so they couldn't move to help Beato. Dalinor glanced over at Lucifer. There was a corrosive tint to her eyes.
あなたは主の命令ない限り動くことは許されません。
主って誰よ。バカね。エリカのやつってことになってるでしょ。
Yeah, it's fucking Eric. Who the fuck would you would ask that?
違うわよ。私たちの主はバトラ様だわ。
Yeah, but he doesn't even have the territorial ring anymore. Well, unless...
そうだ。エリカはその代理に過ぎない。
そうよ、お姉様。私たちは誰の家具？美味しすぎるわ。つまみ食いしちゃおう。
The red absolute barrier flickered for just an instant. Beelzebub's stake had pierced Gertrude's shoulder, and her concentration had wavered, but it didn't break. Slowly and expressionlessly, Gertrude turned to look at Lucifer.
誰の命令なりよ。エリカ教にその指示はなきなりと知りたまえ。
あるわ。我らが主の命令よ。
No words.
物言えぬ主に何を命令できるというなり。
I mean, unless Battler would be psychic enough to do it, but I don't know, man.
物聞かずとも。それを察するが、家具の道と見つけたり。
なら、やむなし。
The 7 stakes shot at Gertrude at once. Gertrude had chosen to take all of those direct attacks, refusing to abandon the barrier until the last moment. So she was resilient enough to be called a literal Iron Maiden and received no damage at all. It was more than enough to make her flinch and lose control of the barrier.
上出来だ。我が家具たち。
Beato shot through Beato shot through the scattered red fragments of the barrier, and she was finally right in front of the bride, her rival Erika. However, there stood the final shield protecting Erika. Death sentenced Dalinor.
遅いです。もはや時間切れです。ベアトリチェ卿。
シエスタ17よりオールシエスタへデータリンク。大天使衛星よりデータ入電。誘導方式氷結型概念誘導。
シエスタ20再起動完了。
シエスタ127再起動完了。タイムオーバーに。そこラーメンラーメン。
Bruh. Yeah. This is a. Yeah, you're enjoying your laughing matter, huh?
リチェ、幸運を。 どけ、ドラノール・エーノックス。そなたの出番はない。
あなたを否定する赤き真実をベルンカステル教より賜っています。ここがあなたの墓場となり残念です。
I don't know what Burn Castle has allowed her to say. However, I don't need to sit around and let that longsword tell me.
そなたとは後でたっぷりと遊んでやろうぜ。だが今はどけ。
Yeah, what do you got behind your sword? There's no time. The Chiesters have already finished reactivating. I'm only living on a bit of borrowed time.
聞くのはあなたの方です。出番を間違えた哀れな出演者があなたです。
Dalinor's red longsword cut a large arc of absolute denial, which headed straight for the crown of Beato's head. However, in that instant, there was thunk, and the curve missed slightly. Beato didn't let this good fortune go to waste. She slipped past the longsword, knocked Dalinor aside, and finally stood right in front of Erika. This time, not a single person stood in her way. So she's like, what?
これはポップコーン。どこから。
緊急、花嫁警護役より緊急要請。シエスタ姉妹近衛隊は直ちに侵入者を射殺したてまつれ。
How the hell did Dalinor get stunned by a handle of popcorn? You just shove it right in her face. She's like, out of my way, bitch. The commotion quieted. However, no one shot. Why? Yeah, why did no one shot? No one. How the hell did no one bother to shoot the intruder at will? They could have shot if they'd wanted to. All of the Chiester troops had completely targeted her and removed their safeties. Of course, all of them had finished reactivating. However, they hesitated to pull the trigger.
なぜ射殺せぬことなりや。式典警備役は直ちに。
The look on her face, she's like, huh?
待つのです。あれは。
Dalinor's expression grew grim. Then she quietly put her red longsword away. After all, Erika would have to make a decision. If she decided to ignore it, they could shoot to kill. However, if Erika picked that up, they must not do so. So they couldn't pull the triggers until Erika decided.
どうして誰も撃たないの。
よく見なさいよ、あれ。
How on earth were they able to request a ceasefire?
ベアトがエリカに投げつけたあれよ。
Lambda Delta pointed, still chomping down popcorn. It was hard to see from the balcony. Beato had thrown something like a white handkerchief at Erika. It had fallen to Erika's feet. What was that white thing?
わかってるわ、あいつ。主役ってもんを本当によくわかってるわ。
面白いじゃないですか。
The thing that had hit Erika in the face and fallen to the floor was a white glove that Beato had gotten from Ronove. Hitting someone with a glove like that could only mean one thing. It was...
ゼタル、これは何？どういう意味なの？
これは 決闘の申し込みさ。手袋を拾えばそれを受け入れることを意味する。
拾わなければシエスタたちが殺してくれるわ。
Oh, it's the term for requesting a duel.
拾う必要ないじゃない。
拾わなくてもいいさ。でも決闘を逃げたおめえを僕らと参列の悪魔処刑は3回すべてに知らしめるだろうね。
So in other words, spread the gossip that Erika is a coward.
恋の決闘を逃げた臆病者の名を永遠にね。
True. Well, is Erika going to run away from the debate or fight Beatrice fair and square? Beatrice waited firmly and composedly. If Erika just kicked it away, then at that very instant, the Chiesters would probably all fire at once, turning her into golden embroidery. So, Erika didn't have to pick it up. However, she could not afford to be afraid of picking it up. After all, she was the true victor, who had defeated Battler's closed room trick and logic. If she was the victor, she should have nothing to fear. So, if she was afraid of doing it, it would prove that she still felt a tinge of doubt about her victory.
拾わなければ私はこの衣装を汚すことなくあんたを殺してしまいますね。
それも披露宴の余興には面白い。
I mean, you could walk away and live happily, but, you know.
だが、そなたは拾うさ。
へえ、どうしてです？
わらわがそなたにぴったりの最高の土産を持ってきたからだ。そなたはそれが知りたい。だから拾うさ。
A wonderful gift, perfect for her? What do you mean by gift? What are you gonna gift her for on her so-called wedding?
興味ないです。さようなら。
拾うさ。わらわが持ってきたバトラの客室などくだらぬ。もっとシンプルで単純で絶対に解けぬ密室をそなたは聞きたいはずさ。
絶対解けぬ密室。
そなたはわらわの挑戦を受けたいはずさ。
Yeah. She's like, I don't care about Battler's simplistic closed room. I got my own closed room that you can debate me with.
なぜなら
And there she goes with that grim, creepy look on her face. It's even more creepier with the wedding dress too.
そなたは探偵だからだ。
Erika threw off her wedding dress as though it were a cape. Yes, before she is a bride or a piece or a witch, she is one thing first and foremost.
私は探偵です。あなたを私の対戦相手に認めます。ただ、あなたはこのゲームに登場する資格をロジックエラーは修正できたんでしょうね。
その手袋を拾えばそなたとの戦いの中でそれが修正できたことを証明しようぜ。
グッド。
Oh, The cathedral was filled with chatter. Erika had picked up the glove. A duel! A duel! The cathedral was wrapped in a bizarre excitement. At Erika's nod, Dalinar pushed the crowd away, leaving the pair alone. People were permitted to witness this duel. However, no one would be allowed to interfere in any way. Wait, what? You know, that's so weird. So this isn't the antagonistic Beato, but they actually merged. Is this like some split personality? I really question that. How are you able to merge two Beatos into one, even though that chick Beato was disappeared off the realm of competition? That's the same question I was gonna ask. What the hell? Oh god. Why did even this is just funny. The way the way she changed her from her wholesome personality to that that funny look. Beato's resolute expressions returned, and she grinned boldly, looking down on Erika. There can be no doubt. That's the expression worn only by the Golden Witch, the presence of the Master of Closed Rooms. Battlefield. Now this is the track I never heard of. Alright. This is a good time to end it from here. So we already got, Beatrice in mind. We already went through all the trouble and it reached to the conclusion of where the duel is about to start between her and Erika. I wonder who will win this time. Will there be some source of hopium in mind? How was she able to, get a hold of it and infiltrate the cathedral before that whole thing happened? Well, I will continue more of this next time, so like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Take care.